As of this morning, the New York Rangers and Columbus Blue Jackets were the only two teams left in the NHL who did not have a head coach. And as we wind down here in the evening, only one of those teams now is coachless. The New York Rangers hired the replacement for Gerard Gallant earlier today. Welcome back to another video. My name is Nick, as you guys know. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yes, the New York Rangers have hired their next head coach. They have hired Peter Laviolette as their newest head coach. The 58-year-old Laviolette replaces Gerard Gallant. Of course, Gallant was the head coach of the Rangers until they lost in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs to the New Jersey Devils in Game 7, and they get a very experienced coach. Now, Laviolette, of course, has led the Washington Capitals the past 3 seasons, and didn't do too well with the Capitals, as most people would have thought. Laviolette, of course, got out in the first round of the playoffs with the Capitals the past 2 of 3 seasons, and then, of course, this past season didn't even make the playoffs with the Capitals. However, Laviolette is still the winningest United States head coach in NHL history. Not to mention, he also has had playoff success, most notably with the Nashville Predators in 2017. And he also coached the Philadelphia Flyers for a time there as well. So he's a very experienced head coach. I'm sure Rangers fans are kind of split here. Some, I know, in the Rangers organization wanted some guy who people wouldn't expect, people like some new name, some fresh blood to come into the coaching carousel, while others in the Rangers organization, obviously the ones who decided on the coach, wanted somebody who they've known, who's been known as an NHL coach. In my opinion, I think the Rangers really wanted a guy who knew what he was doing, per se, had experience with a team that is built to win. Because obviously Rangers, the team, and the fans are all expecting a pretty big cup run here in, probably next season. They were kind of expecting it this season. They had a pretty good shot last season until they ran into Tampa Bay, of course. And next season, of course, they're going to be wanting to go for the cup again. And I think bringing in a guy who has lots of experience coaching good teams, has experience coaching in the playoffs, coaching in the finals, is a really smart decision for the Rangers. Sure, it wasn't the best coach available, and I think the Rangers knew that. I think they wanted somebody who was experienced, but they were also kind of waiting to see, what happens in Toronto with Sheldon Keefe, if he was going to get fired, if my Penguins were going to get rid of Mike Sullivan, perhaps. Thank God they didn't. I think they were just kind of waiting to see what happens with the coaching carousel, if a new name got added and what other teams did. And ultimately, they waited at the last second, and they were left with Peter Laviolette. Now, like I mentioned, Laviolette does have a habit of doing really successful with teams. He did win the Stanley Cup in 2006 with Carolina, of course, and he has also led Philadelphia. Like I mentioned, he was the coach of Philly to the finals in 2010, and like I mentioned previously, Nashville in 2017. So he has a habit of doing really good in the playoffs. Now, Laviolette, with his 752 NHL wins, holy crap, man, I didn't realize Laviolette had that many wins. That is insane. But like I said, Rangers getting a good coach. They are now the 31st team to have a head coach in the NHL. Only one team left, and that is Columbus. Of course, when that announcement comes out, I'm sure I'll make a video on it. No promises, depending on what other news that drops that day. But, of course, that is expected, or rumored, I should say, to be Mike Babcock, which I'll have some thoughts on that if that comes to fruition, but anyway, that's all I got for this video. Anyway, hopefully this video gets posted before Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals happening tonight between Florida and Vegas. Vegas looking to get their first ever Stanley Cup in franchise history. Could happen tonight. Or could be the Florida Panthers trying to come back down from 3 games to 1 for the second time this postseason. We'll have to wait and see. That game's coming for you. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys in today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe down below, and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of this signing. Good move, bad move for the New York Rangers. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!